Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United are out of the Champions League after losing 1-0 to Atletico Madrid at Old Trafford in the last 16 of the Champions League second leg. It was 2-1 on aggregate. Renan Lodi's header 4 minutes before half time sent Atletico Madrid into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Joao Felix scored, but his goal got disallowed for offside. Joao Felix scored in the first leg. Very good is Joao Felix. Atletico Madrid got him from Benfica. Griezmann got the assist for Renan Lodi's goal. Antoine Griezmann is on loan at Atletico Madrid from Barcelona, but before Barcelona, Griezmann was at Atletico Madrid for around 5 years. So far, Griezmann has spent his entire playing career in Spain. Manchester United were dominant in the first half. We had a lot of the possession. We had some chances in the game. Raphael Varane had a very good headed chance, produced a good save from Jan Oblak. I thought Varane enjoyed a very good game. Most of the time when Varane plays, he seems to make the difference. Well, Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced. He's got a good pedigree behind him because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. Manchester United signed Raphael Varane last summer from Real Madrid. Got him for 41 million. Or 42 million with add-ons included. Man United paid 34 million up front. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Anthony Elanga, he had some chances in the game yesterday night. He had one chance where it hit Jan Oblak, was it on the face or the head? Elanga appeared to be fouled in the build-up to Atletico Madrid's goal. Elanga came off the bench and scored a late equaliser against Atletico Madrid in the first leg. Earlier on this season, Rangnick said that Elanga was close to leaving Manchester United. Earlier on this season, Elanga got racially abused on social media after he missed a decisive penalty against Middlesbrough in the Cup. Elanga has done really well since he broke into our first team squad. Elanga has been part of the club for a long time. He joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12 and now he's 19, so he's still young and he's under contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. I thought Ronaldo played well yesterday. He made some nice early touches and I do recall him having a good chance in the game. Ronaldo was very frustrated after the full-time whistle yesterday night. Don't forget Ronaldo got a hat-trick in the 3-2 win against Tottenham. It was his first hat-trick since he re-signed for the club. And he became the highest scorer in football history. Ronaldo has 18 goals in all competitions since he re-signed for Man United. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Not so long ago, Ronaldo held crunch talks with his agent Jorge Mendes over his Man United future. Ronaldo missed a 4-1 defeat to Man City, and it's said that Ronaldo threatened to quit following his Derby Day absence. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt and his contract at Man United expires next year. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo receives almost £500,000 a week, so reflecting on that, he's the highest earner at the club at the moment. And he has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. I thought Fred played very well yesterday. Harry Maguire, he was very poor again. Manchester United need to take the captaincy off Maguire. We'll revert back to earlier on this season. A lot of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire, but earlier on this season, Rangnick said that Maguire will remain Man United captain until the end of the season. Prior to the City game at the Etihad, he said Harry Maguire was upsetting his teammates in the dressing room. Maguire weren't that good against Tottenham last weekend. Obviously Tottenham's second goal was an own goal by Maguire. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million, so reflecting on that, he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. And he's been at Man United over 2 years, and he's endured quite a few injuries since he came to the club. Diego Dalot thought he was poor yesterday. He was accountable for Atletico Madrid's goal. Diego Dalot has actually impressed me under Rangnick. Obviously, he is our first choice right back under Rangnick. You know, will Dalot leave Manchester United in the summer? Because he has been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation before. Don't forget, last season, Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan. And reflecting on that, he gained some experience. We got Dalot from Porto quite a few years ago. Man United paid £19 million for him. Dalot's contract at Man United expires next year. David De Gea, he didn't have many saves to make yesterday. Made one world-class save to deny Rodrigo de Paul. And De Gea could have done better with Ren and Loddy's goal. Yesterday, De Gea was reuniting with Atletico Madrid. Because before Manchester United, De Gea was at Atletico Madrid. Prior to the first leg against Atletico Madrid, De Gea came out and said that I don't see myself away from Manchester United. And don't forget, he got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. De Gea's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. You know, De Gea's been a long servant. You know, this season has been his 11th season at Man United. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. You know, De Gea's contract at Manchester United expires next year. He receives £375,000 a week. Jadon Sancho played yesterday night. I thought he was alright, Jadon Sancho. Not as good as he has been recently. I do recall Sancho having a chance in the game yesterday night. You know, he blazed it over the bar. But yeah, another trophyless season for Manchester United. You know, Manchester United have not won a trophy for 5 years now. Man United will now be focusing on finishing in the top 4. Well, Rangnick's aim is for Man United to finish in the top 4. Atletico Madrid, they were missing some players yesterday night. Obviously, they had no Thomas Lemar, out with injury. They had no Yannick Carrasco, he was suspended. He missed both legs. Matthias Cunha didn't play yesterday because he's out with injury. Daniel Wass was also out with injury, and they had another player missing. Atletico Madrid are third in La Liga. They've got a very good manager in Diego Simeone. Diego Simeone has been a long-serving manager at Atletico Madrid. He's been at Atletico Madrid for around 11 years. Atletico Madrid appointed him in back in 2011. He's under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2024. Don't forget Manchester United have been linked with him before. By the way, bottles were thrown at Diego Simeone yesterday night. Let me put into the equation that Atletico Madrid have lost players. They lost Kieran Trippier back in January. Trippier went to Newcastle from Atletico Madrid. Last year, Saul Niguez went out on loan to Chelsea. He's been very poor at Chelsea. Quite a few years ago, Atletico Madrid lost Thomas Partey. He went to Arsenal from Atletico Madrid. They also lost Rodri. You know, Rodri went to Man City. Ralph Rangnick, he's now lost 4 games in all competitions as Manchester United's interim manager. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for around 3 months. He's Man United's interim manager until the end of the season, then he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Earlier on this season, it said Rangnick wanted the Man United job on a permanent basis. Rangnick has endured 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager. Unfortunately, he didn't get backed in the January transfer window. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window because Man United didn't make any signings. We should have let Lingard and Henderson leave, but we blocked their exits. And we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of January. But there again, we let around 8 players leave in January. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Revert back to earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Who will be Manchester United's next permanent manager? Thomas Tuchel, he's now linked with the managerial role at Man United. Pochettino has been relentlessly linked with the managerial role. There's been a lot of rumours coming out about Erik ten Hag. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. Man United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson, even though Man United are not really known as a sacking football club. So the 4 managers we sacked since Ferguson, we sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Man United finished 7th under the Moyes era. Then Man United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years. We did win the FA Cup under him. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. And last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. So there you go. In the last 10 years, Man United have spent around 1.4 billion. We've only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. We've brought a lot of players in since Ferguson retired. Moyes, he brought just 2 players in. That was Mata and Fellaini. Van Gaal, he brought around 15-16 players in when he was United manager. Mourinho, when he was Man United manager, he recommended 11 players in. And when Solskjaer was United manager, he recommended around 14 players in. There's 2 players here from the Ferguson era, that's De Gea and Phil Jones. And let me put into the equation, Rangnick is inheriting players who other managers have brought in. So none of this squad is Rangnick's. The Glazers, they've owned Manchester United for around 16 years. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. We've got to get the Glazers out because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Like I updated you not so long ago, it's said that Old Trafford could be knocked down as Man United look to upgrade the stadium. Man United have played in the same stadium for 112 years. Old Trafford is the 2nd biggest stadium in England. The capacity is around 75,000. We're looking to increase the capacity to around 80,000. In the summer of this year, I'm expecting Manchester United to make signings. I think in the summer we'll try and sign a midfielder and a striker. On the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club in the summer. So in the summer, Cavani will leave. Cavani's been linked to a move to La Liga. He's also been linked to a move to Brazil. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani's had a few injuries since he signed for the club. Not so long ago he had a groin injury. Cavani didn't start against Atletico Madrid yesterday, but I think he came on. Jesse Lingard, he'll leave as well in the summer. He's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time. He is no power academy in that, but he doesn't really get in the team. Like I said, Lingard should have left in January. The second half of last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Donny van der Beek and Martial, I'm expecting them to leave in the summer. Permanently, that is. At the moment, Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton and Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Ronaldo, there's a good chance he'll leave Man United in the summer, especially if Man United fail to finish in the top 4. Juan Mata, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Mata is out of contract this summer, and Mata's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Man United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. Paul Pogba, good chance that he'll be departing the club this summer. Not so long ago, Pogba's trainer claimed that Pogba will leave Old Trafford. Said Pogba is interested in a Juventus return. Well, he did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he re-signed for Man United. Earlier on this season, it said Pogba was open to Premier League offers if he leaves Man United this summer. Pogba would be happy to stay at Man United as long as Ralf Rangnick remains the manager for next season, because Pogba's got a good relationship with Rangnick. Pogba played against Atletico Madrid yesterday. He hadn't done well in his last 4 or 5 games. Earlier on this season was out with injury for a while. He's enjoyed quite a few injuries, Pogba, since he re-signed, so he is injury prone. Pogba's Man United's most expensive signing at the moment, because Man United paid £89 million for him. This season has been his 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and he's played over 200 games since he re-signed. And we had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Matic, expecting him as well to leave in the summer. He's out of contract in the summer. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but he's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's ageing up. He's been at Man United for around 5 years. Man United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for 40 million. Jones and Bailly, expecting them to leave in the summer because they don't really get in the team. We'll look to sell Maguire in the summer. Bissaka could leave in the summer because he isn't our first choice right back under Rangnick. And Henderson will leave in the summer because he's our second choice goalkeeper, doesn't really get in goal. Because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson has only made 3 appearances this season. So there you go. So anyway, on my next video, I'll be giving you the player ratings from Man United's 1-0 defeat to Atletico Madrid. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.